Welcome students. Today we are going to start third chapter, that is properties of natural resources. From that, today we are going to get some information about properties of air. So let us start.
Good morning, children. Today we'll talk about one necessary element of life. So, what all things are necessary for life? Can we live without sunlight, water, soil, and air? No. They are some of the important elements of life. Without them, we cannot live. So, today we will talk about air. Why is air important to us? We humans and animals need air for breathing. Plants need air for making food. Where all is air? Air is all around us. Although we can't see it, but we can feel it. Do you know what is air made up of? Air is a mixture of different types of gases. So, what all gases are present in the air? Mainly, there are three types of gases: nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Of these gases, nitrogen is the largest amount, that is 78%. Next is oxygen, which is 21%. The carbon dioxide is even less than 1%. Although the percent of carbon dioxide is very less, but it is important for the living world as plants use it for making food. In addition to these gases, there are many other gases present in small amount. Additionally, there are also small particles floating in the atmosphere such as dust, water vapor, pollen grains, etc. Air is so important to us. So, to know more about our airmen, let us do a small experiment. Take a stick, two inflated balloons, and a thread to balance the balloons. Now tie the inflated balloons at each end of the stick. Tie the thread to the middle of the stick to hold it up. What do you observe? You will observe that both the balloons are balanced on the stick. Now prick one of the balloons, say the pink one, with a pin. The stick end with the inflated balloon goes down. Why is it so? Let us understand this. Look, who is there in the inflated balloon? It is our airman. When we prick the pink colored balloon, airman just rushes out of it. And so, with the airman still inside the blue balloon, it is heavy. This proves that the airman inside the balloon makes it heavier, and this means air has weight.
Second activity is take an injection syringe without the needle. Pull its piston and observe it as you do so. The piston can be pulled out easily. The piston then remains in that position even if you let it go. Now, close the inlet hole of the syringe tightly with your thumb. Pull the piston and let it go. Is the force required to pull out the piston more or less than before? Does the piston remains as it is after you let it go? The molecules of the gases in the air are in constant portion. When these molecules strike a body, they create pressure on the body. This is pressure of air that we call atmospheric pressure. म्हणजेच हवेमधील वायूंचे रेणू सतत हालचाल करत असतात. हे रेणू जेव्हा एखाद्या वस्तूवर आदळतात तेव्हा त्या वस्तूवर ते दाब निर्माण करतात. हवेच्या या दाबालाच आपण ॲटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर असे म्हणतो. On pulling the piston with the inlet hole of the syringe closed, more space becomes available to the air in the syringe and it becomes rarefied. As a result, the pressure of the air in the syringe is lowered. Comparatively, the pressure of the outside air is very high. That is why, when the pulled out piston is released, it is immediately pushed in. If this experiment is repeated, holding the syringe in different positions like vertical, horizontal, or inclined, the piston is found to go into the same extent in all the cases. From this, we can infer that atmospheric pressure is the same in all the directions. जेव्हा आपण सिरिंजचे इनलेट होल बंद करून पिस्टन खेचतो तेव्हा सिरिंजमधल्या हवेला जास्त जागा उपलब्ध होते आणि ती विरळ होते. त्यामुळे सिरिंजमधल्या हवेचा दाब कमी होतो. बाहेरचा दाब मात्र तुलनेने खूप जास्त असतो. म्हणूनच बाहेर खेचलेला पिस्टन सोडून दिला की तो लगेच आत ढकलला जातो. ही सिरिंज उभी, आडवी, तिरकी अशा वेगवेगळ्या स्थितीमध्ये धरून हाच प्रयोग केल्यास प्रत्येक वेळी पिस्टन तेवढ्याच आत गेल्याचे आढळेल. यावरून ॲटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर सर्व दिशांनी समान असतो हे आपल्या लक्षात येईल. डू यू नो? अंडर ऑर्डिनरी कंडिशन्स, atmospheric pressure at sea level is about 1,01,400 newtons per square meter. It can be measured with the help of barometer. As we go higher above sea level, atmospheric pressure decreases.
What else can our airmen do? For this, take water, a glass, and a piece of stiff card paper. Fill the glass with water till the brim. Cover the glass with the card and hold the card firmly. Turn the glass upside down. Slowly take the hand away from the card. Oh, what is this? The card does not fall. It holds the water in the container. Is it a magic trick? No. Let us find out what actually is happening. Look, the airman below the card is pushing against the card. It is hard enough to keep the card in place. So we conclude the airman pushes in all the directions.
ग्रेट सायंटिस्ट. हवेचा वेग वाढला तर तिचा दाब कमी होतो आणि याउलट जर हवेचा वेग कमी झाला तर दाब वाढतो, असे महत्त्वाचे तत्त्व मांडणारे डॅनियल बर्नौली यांच्याबद्दल आता आपण माहिती घेऊ. In 1726, the Swedish scientist Daniel Bernoulli put forth the important principle that the pressure of air decreases when its velocity increases, while the pressure of air increases when its velocity decreases. If a body is moving through air, the air pressure decreases perpendicular to the direction of the motion, and then the air in its surroundings flows rapidly from higher pressure to the lower pressure. Now observe and discuss. Take some water in a plastic cup and hold a straw upright in it. Hold a small piece of another straw near the upper end of the first straw and perpendicular to that straw. Blow hard through the small piece of straw. You will see a fountain of water. Why did this happen? The answer is, on blowing through the straw, the air at its open end is pushed away, and hence the pressure of the air at the opening goes down. As the pressure of the air near the upper end of the erect straw becomes less than atmospheric pressure, the water in the cup is pushed from where the pressure is higher to where it is lower, that is, in the upward direction, and the water comes out in the form of fountain. The more forcefully you blow, the higher will be the fountain. This straw fountain was on Bernoulli's principle. बर्नौलीज प्रिन्सिपलवर आधारित असणारी स्ट्रॉ फाउंटन ह्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीचे निरीक्षण करा व चर्चा करा. यासाठी एका प्लास्टिकच्या कपामध्ये पाणी घेऊन त्यामध्ये एक स्ट्रॉ उभी धरा. दुसऱ्या एका स्ट्रॉचा लहान तुकडा पहिल्या स्ट्रॉच्या वरच्या तोंडाजवळ काटकोनात धरा. स्ट्रॉच्या लहान तुकड्यातून जोराने फुंकर मारा. तुम्हाला पाण्याचा फवार उडताना दिसेल. असे का घडले? स्ट्रॉमधून फुंकर मारल्यावर त्याच्यासमोर असलेली हवा दूर ढकलली जाते आणि त्यामुळे त्या ठिकाणी असलेल्या हवेचा दाब कमी होतो. स्ट्रॉच्या वरच्या तोंडाजवळ असलेल्या हवेचा दाब वातावरणाच्या दाबापेक्षा कमी झाल्याने कपमधील पाणी जास्त दाबाकडून कमी दाबाकडे म्हणजे वरच्या दिशेने ढकलले जाते व पाणी फवाऱ्याच्या रूपात बाहेर पडते. जेवढ्या जोरात फुंकर माराल तेवढ्या मोठ्या प्रमाणात फवारा उडत असल्याचे लक्षात येईल. स्ट्रॉचा हा फवारा बर्नौलीच्या प्रिन्सिपलवर आधारित कार्य करतो. The question is, what is the effect of increased temperature on the pressure of air? The answer is, when the temperature increases, the molecules of air start vibrating with speed. This results into increased air pressure. When there exists a difference in the air pressure at two different places, the air starts flowing from the place of higher pressure to the place of lower pressure. At such times, we feel a breeze or a wind blowing. Thus, winds are an effect of the difference in air pressure. जेव्हा दोन ठिकाणच्या हवेतल्या दाबांमध्ये फरक पडतो तेव्हा हवा जास्त दाबाच्या ठिकाणापासून म्हणजे हायर प्रेशरपासून कमी दाबाच्या असलेल्या ठिकाणी वाहू लागते. अशा वेळी आपल्याला वारा सुटल्याचे जाणवते. म्हणजेच हवेतल्या दाबात पडलेल्या फरकाचा परिणाम म्हणजेच वाहणारे वारे होय. याविषयी अधिक माहिती तुम्ही भूगोलाच्या वारे या पाठामधून घेणार आहात. Take ice cubes in a glass up to 3/4 of its height. Now observe what happens. How did the water droplets appear on outside of the glass? Answer is, due to the ice cubes in the glass, the air surrounding the glass cools down. As the water vapor in this air cools down, it condenses and gets transformed into water. It is this water that collects on the outer surface of the glass. म्हणजेच ग्लासमध्ये बर्फाचे खडे ठेवल्याने ग्लासभोवती असलेल्या हवेला थंडावा मिळतो. हवेमध्ये बाष्पाच्या रूपात असलेल्या पाण्याला थंडावा मिळाला की विशिष्ट तापमानाला त्याचे संगणन होते आणि त्यामुळे बाष्पाचे रूपांतर पाण्यात होते व हे पाणी ग्लासच्या बाहेरील पृष्ठभागावर जमा होते. The level of humidity is different in different places. Similarly, the humidity levels also change from time to time during the period of a single day. हवेतल्या आर्द्रतेचे प्रमाण वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी वेगवेगळे असते. त्याचप्रमाणे दिवसभराच्या कालावधीतही हवेतल्या आर्द्रतेचे प्रमाण बदलते. हे आत्ता या दिवसांमध्ये आपल्याला जाणवत आहेच. The level of humidity of the air is determined by its capacity to hold water vapor. During the night or at dawn, when the temperature of air is low, its capacity to hold the vapor is less. At such times, the excess vapor is transformed into water droplets. This is what we call dew. म्हणजेच हवेतल्या आर्द्रतेचे प्रमाण हे तिच्या बाष्प धरून ठेवण्याच्या क्षमतेनुसार ठरते. रात्री किंवा पहाटे जेव्हा हवेचे तापमान कमी असते तेव्हा तिची बाष्प धरून ठेवण्याची क्षमता कमी होते. अशावेळी हवेतल्या जास्तीच्या बाष्पाचे पाण्याच्या थेंबात रूपांतर होते. ह्यालाच आपण दवबिंदू म्हणतो. In the afternoon, when the temperature of the air is high, the capacity of the air to hold the moisture also increases. Then, compared to its full capacity to hold water, the proportion of moisture in the air is less and we feel that the air is dry. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, दुपारी जेव्हा हवेचे तापमान वाढलेले असते तेव्हा हवेची बाष्प धरून ठेवण्याची क्षमतासुद्धा वाढते. हवेच्या क्षमतेच्या मानाने हवेतील बाष्पाचे प्रमाण कमी होते. अशावेळी आपल्याला हवा कोरडी असल्याचे जाणवते. The proportion of water vapor in the air is high during the monsoons and in coastal areas. As a result, we feel the dampness or humidity. आत्ता सुरू असणाऱ्या पावसाळ्यात तसेच समुद्रकिनारी हवेतल्या बाष्पाचे प्रमाण भरपूर असते. अशावेळी आपल्याला दमटपणा जाणवतो. The question is, in summer, wet cloths dry quickly, but in the rains they do not. Why is this so? Write the answer of this question in your notebook.
Now, something interesting about our airmen. Take an empty glass and a bowl of water. Fill the bowl with water. Hold the glass upside down above the water and push it slowly into the water. It is difficult to push it, isn't it? Push it more. Still, water hasn't been able to get into the glass. Tilt the glass a little. You can see some bubbles coming out of the water. What do you understand from this? From far, it seems that the glass is empty. See closer. Who is inside? It is our airman. He is trapped inside and cannot come out. But when we tilt the glass, the airman rushes out of the glass. With the airman gone, it is now possible to fill the glass with water. Interesting, isn't it?
Take a balloon. Blow air into it. The balloon becomes bigger and bigger when it is filled with air. This shows that air occupies space. We can fill air in a swimming tube, football, bicycle tube, etc.
From all these activities, we come to know that air has properties like occupying space, having a certain volume, having mass and weight.
Scattering of light. Sky appears blue due to scattering of light. Atmosphere is a mixture of minute particles. When beam of light strikes these particles, the different color of light waves get separated and travel in different directions. This phenomenon is called scattering of light. Color of scattered light depends on the size of scattering particles. When particles are fine, scattered light is blue. During the time of rising of sun or sunset, most of the blue light of shorter wavelength are scattered away by particles. As red light is of longer wavelength, it is able to reach our eyes. At noon, only a little of blue and violet colors are scattered, and hence sun appears white or blue to us. Tyndall effect. The phenomenon of scattering of light by colloidal particles like dust, mist, etc. is known as Tyndall effect.
Next point is temperature regulation on Earth. The Earth receives energy from the Sun. This energy is reflected by the Earth in the form of heat. The constituents of air surrounding the Earth, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, absorb a part of this heat and give it to the other constituents of air. As a result, the Earth's surface remains warm and thereby becomes suitable for the living world on the Earth. If there were no air on the Earth, the average temperature of the Earth's surface would have been very low. पृथ्वीवर तापमान नियंत्रण कसे केले जाते ते पहा. पृथ्वीला सूर्याकडून ऊर्जा मिळते. ही ऊर्जा पृथ्वी उष्णतेच्या रूपामध्ये परत फेकते. पृथ्वीभोवती असलेल्या हवेतील बाष्प, कार्बन डायऑक्साईड यासारखे घटक या उष्णतेचा काही भाग शोषून घेऊन तो इतर घटकांना देतात. त्यामुळे पृथ्वीचा पृष्ठभाग उबदार राहतो व पृथ्वीवरील जीवसृष्टीला अनुकूल होतो. पृथ्वीवर हवाच नसती तर पृथ्वीच्या पृष्ठभागाचे सरासरी तापमान खूपच कमी झाले असते. What would happen if all the air surrounding us is removed? Write the answer of this question in your notebook. All the sounds that we hear reach us through the surrounding air. The density of air also changes due to change in its temperature. In winter, the density of air increases. We can hear the whistle of a distant train clearly early in the morning in winter. Air is useful as a medium for the transmission of sound. आपल्याला ऐकू येणारे सर्व आवाज भोवतालच्या हवेतून आपणापर्यंत येऊन पोहोचलेले असतात. तापमानातील बदलामुळे हवेची घनतासुद्धा बदलते. थंडीमध्ये हवेची घनता वाढते. थंडीत पहाटे दूरच्या आगगाडीचा आवाज स्पष्ट ऐकू येतो. यावरूनच आपल्याला असे समजते की ध्वनीचे प्रसारण होण्यासाठी हवेचा माध्यम म्हणून उपयोग होतो. So here we complete the first part of this lesson, that is properties of air. Now try to solve the exercise given. Try to solve this exercise in your notebook. Question first. Fill in the blanks. The dash dash pressure is the same in all the directions. Dash dash are an effect of the difference in air pressure. What will happens if, when rays of light fall on minute particles in the air? Question number 3. Write answers of. First question. What is the importance of air in transmission of sound? Second question is, how is light scattered by the air? Question 4. Give scientific reason. First, air is a homogeneous mixture of various gases. Second, the Earth's surface remains warm. Third, we can hear the whistle of a distant train clearly early in the morning in winter.